Alright, thank you very much. Hello everybody, it's your good friend Pozzible here, and I'm back in action with another exciting, soul-stirring movie review on Maleficent. How are you? How are you feeling right now? Because I am not happy. I am not happy with Maleficent at all. I sat down and it took me a while to get into it. And to be honest, I never actually did. The pacing was too slow, the story was too predictable, and I got mad at this movie at the end because they decided to just change the story of Sleeping Beauty. And I felt a little betrayed by that because when I was reading some of the previews and some of the, the director comments and stuff like that, the director said, "Oh yeah, we're going to make sure this is canon with the movie." I'll give you a small spoiler here about why I'm mad at Maleficent. First off, there's this scene when Maleficent, and this is in the movie too, Sleeping Beauty, and this is the part, I was kind of looking forward to, is the combination. The Sleeping Aurora is born, and so she's sitting down, she's at the coronation or whatever they call it when a baby is being displayed. Everyone's paying homage to her and saying, welcome our new princess, we're going to love you forever. The three fairies show up, the pink one, the blue one, and the green one. And this is true of the original story too. They give her two gifts, but then as the second one is being given, Maleficent shows up. Maleficent also, with a whisper of her hand, sends them into the into this one little drawer or cupboard, or no, it's a trunk, and it closes on them. Maleficent then curses the baby, okay, and she has the same mannerism and the same language and everything that the cartoon has. Now, Maleficent curses the baby and leaves. That's what happens. Now in this one, for reasons that are explained in the movie, so I will give it that, Maleficent is the one who tells them that, she will only be brought back to life. She will only awaken from her sleep after she receives true love's kiss. Alright? Now, the other parts of the story that they took away from, now this is the original story, this is not even the, Disney version. It's part of the Disney version. Maleficent, she slept for hundreds of years. Okay? In the original story. It's really not so long in this movie, but in the original story, she sleeps for hundreds of years. I think it is 100 years, if I'm not mistaken. Please, if I'm wrong, let me know in the comment section below. In the original story, how long did Sleeping Beauty sleep for? And, the way they did the true love's kiss, it did not work. Okay, it worked ultimately because it all made sense. Everything did connect well. I just didn't like the picture that they showed at the end, because at the end this is more of an ego boost movie. They went in direction I didn't want them to go. The other thing about this movie that I have to give credit to, enough bashing on the movie in this review. I will complain more about this later in a deep thoughts where I can, give out spoilers. But the thing I liked about this movie, and this will really sum up my opinion of the movie, is her companion, which was a scarecrow that she brought to life, okay? He was the best part. And that's because he was an unfamiliar part. The movie was long and boring because you knew what was going to happen. You got it. You're like, okay, of course this person's going to be evil. Of course this person's going to be evil. This person's going to be good. This person's going to act that way. But this guy, you didn't really get it. Because ultimately he was a fresh face. And that's what this movie could have used. It could have used more freshness. It could have used more originality. And that's what this movie was lacking. Okay, it was supposed to be a retelling. I get it. But, you're supposed to do a better job, guys. If you're going to make a Disney movie, you're supposed to give us better originality. And they tried, and when they succeeded, I liked it. But it just didn't fly. Ultimately, it crashed and burned, in my opinion. So what do I give Maleficent? Gotta give this movie a see it. You know? A lot of this didn't connect with me, but it connected with a lot of people. And if young people see it, people who don't know the story of Sleeping Beauty, they might like it because this will be the first time they ever saw a story like this. And the visual effects are awesome, but they weren't enough to make a movie enjoyable in my opinion. One last complaint. Maleficent is supposed to be a fairy. She is one tall fairy to be a fairy. Okay, the fairies are like the three little fairies, tiny, you know, barely the size, about the size of, you know, but she was supposed to be a fairy, and she had these humongous eagle-like wings. Whereas fairies, I'm thinking Tinkerbell, I'm thinking the three fairies, they have clear wings, they have tiny wings, because they're not that big in general. But, you know, Maleficent is huge in comparison. And I just wish they would have went in different directions. They could have given me other twists, but they didn't. They just went straight forward. And that's where the movie went wrong, in my opinion. But that's just me. So that's why I give it a see it. A lot of people liked it. You know, a lot of people were able to let go, and I guess I wasn't. And it wasn't the change of the story, because I anticipated the changes in the story. It was just they didn't do enough changes, and the changes they did, I didn't like the direction they went. You know, but that's just me. That's just me. So I think you might like it. I think you might enjoy it. And I'll still give it a see it. But I'll complain about Maleficent later in my Deep Thoughts version of Maleficent, where spoilers will be revealed. Alright guys, that's it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you at the theaters.